And for many, the beginning of spiritual awakening is to realize that there is this stream of continuous commentary in their minds. And that is to think, oh, that's interesting. That's a thought, of course, but before the thought, that's interesting, there's the recognition. It's a voice in the head. The recognition of thought is not a thought. The recognition of thought comes through awareness or presence, and awareness or presence is the higher consciousness. So that is really the meaning of spiritual awakening. If I'm full of clutter, mental clutter, how am I going to empty my cup? I would immediately be enlightened if I could empty my cup. But the teaching points to something. It points to the word empty. Emptiness, my alternative translation for that is spaciousness. Spaciousness is a dimension of consciousness in you. And that is what we could call the spiritual dimension of consciousness, the deeper or the higher consciousness. Many don't know that it's there because the clutter is so dense that they have no realization of the underlying spaciousness. And that is why I say in millions of humans that is still a dormant faculty, so to speak. The clutter of your mind is there, but there are moments in your life when you become aware of something spacious underneath it, but you may not call it that. You may not call it anything. In many humans who may never have heard of anything spiritual, they're out there, they don't know that a little bit of that is in them. So, but they don't know it. There's little glances come occasionally into their lives of that dimension. It's not enough to actually say that the spiritual dimension has awakened in them, but little flashes come up now and then into their lives. And that is enough. Those little flashes from that dimension come into their lives, and that is enough to keep many people sane from your stream of thinking. And again, a little bit of spaciousness opened up inside you. And so for those few seconds when you looked into the eyes of the baby, you were not thinking, and the baby wasn't thinking. So through the baby, you are able to be in that dimension, and it felt so good. Spontaneously, they can arise. They're not recognized by people as ultimately spiritual, but they are. And so many people, there are millions of people who experience those things briefly, but that's enough to give you a sense still of life is worth living. And then there are others who are so burdened by their minds, they cannot even communicate with a baby. They cannot even perceive the beauty of nature anymore because their mind is so noisy that there's a total veil. So they don't look at the baby like, they look at the baby, oh, that's a nice baby. They don't really see the baby. Immediately it's labeled.